Hi you guys, my name is Katina Richardson, and today I'll be giving my speech to you guys on inspiring you guys to look to God for your situations, for any answers that you may have, any healing that you may want, any remedies that you are longing for. Look to God. I'll be basically explaining to you guys the importance of looking to God for your answers, and basically like the good that comes out of it. And I also will be sharing a few of my personal experiences. So have you ever experienced a moment in your life where you just felt at your all-time lowest? Like you felt that nothing could get better, like nothing could possibly help the situation. I know personally I have, and most likely everybody watching this video or this speech has went through that. So going through those times, most of the times we question a lot of things. The most common questions that we ask ourselves is how to get over it, what to do, why is this happening, like what are things that I could do to get out of it. We ask ourselves those questions. In answering those questions or trying to find those answers to those questions, my answer to you is to look to God. God is the answer. God is the answer to any and everything. He can give you answers that you felt that you could never find, or that you probably have never found. I know from my own personal story, when I was going through my situations, and when I felt like I was just at my all-time low, I asked myself so many questions and just wondered, and I didn't know. Like I would always ask myself, I'd be like, okay, I will find out this answer regardless of what it takes, and I would not ask anybody. It had gotten to the point where I realized, okay, this question is beyond just my one mind. I need help. So I asked different people. I tried to find the answers through different things, through different places. And once that didn't work, I realized that the answer that I was looking for, the healing that I was looking for, the remedies that I was looking for, they were just beyond me and beyond anything on this earth. And it made me realize that God was the actual true answer. This speech is going to be a little bit different. Instead of like giving you guys points and explaining it as like a general situation or whatever, or topic, I will basically be giving you guys my personal experiences and my personal points that I try to remember and look back on when I'm going through situations. So the first thing that I think of is this quote that I ran across not too long ago. I'm not sure of who said it. I believe it's just a general quote, and you guys probably know it too. It is, when we put our problems in God's hands, He put His peace in our hearts. I feel that this quote kind of refers to the situations that you would actually need peace in return, such as situations of anxiety, depression, stress, sadness, anger, whatever the situation is. I think that trying to handle those situations ourselves can be a bit overwhelming, and it could definitely be a bit too much. I feel that in a way God makes that easier for us. He makes sure that we don't have to go through that. He wants our problems. He wants us to look to Him for answers and for healing and for remedies. He wants that. And I feel that the only way that we can truly get that and truly get that closure, we must give our problems to God. And in return, He will give us the peace that we have been looking for. The next thing that I try to remember or look back on is that God is the ultimate truth. So I'm pretty sure when you are looking for answers to specific questions, or the path to healing, the path to guidance, I'm pretty sure you want the most truest answer and the most correct path. You don't want just opinions or statements that you're unsure of. I feel that being that God is the ultimate truth, that is how you will get the ultimate answer. That is how you get the ultimate true answer, the ultimate correct path. God can provide us with answers that you cannot find anywhere else, most likely. God is the ultimate truth, so why wouldn't you look to him for the correct answer and the correct path? So the last thing that I kind of hit on or kind of remember in situations is that God's words are also truth. So in modern day, most of the time, it is hard to get people to adjust to the act of faith. And when I say that, I mean like the generation of this time, they are more so of a visual believer rather than a spiritual or emotional or inner believer. So when I say that, it is sometimes hard for the modern day generation to talk to God and trust in God and to give him our situations and just believe or trust or have faith that he will come through. People come up with a lot of these accusations and a lot of these theories saying that, oh, well, God is not real. I've never seen him. Nobody has ever seen him. Or God is not really listening to us. We are not talking to him. Just all of these little rumors and accusations and theories or whatever you want to call them. And honestly, I was the same way. I felt that God wasn't real. God was not listening to us. It was hard for me to believe that some, what I thought at the time, mystical being that nobody has ever seen, nobody has ever physically talked to, heard them talk to, like heard their voice or anything. It was hard for me to believe that they worked the miracles that everybody talked about. However, I did believe in the Bible. When in doubt, I would just go to the Bible. Even though I felt at the time that God was not real, I did believe in the Bible because as I went on with reading different scriptures and just reading different chapters of the Bible, I realized that most of the things that are in the Bible can relate to reality, can relate to things that people go through on a daily basis. A lot of people feel that they cannot look to God because maybe he isn't coming at the time that they want him to, or he is not coming fast enough. However, we must realize that God may not come when we want him to, but he is always right on time. That is what I had to remember, and that is what I had to realize. However, at the time of not really having that mentality, I would look through the Bible, like I said earlier. And one scripture that I will always go straight forward to was 2 Corinthians 4:17. This scripture states, "For our present troubles are small and won't last very long, yet they produce for us a glory that vastly outweighs them and will last forever." So my interpretation of that scripture lies within a phrase that you guys have probably heard before. The phrase is a minor setback for a major comeback. We must remember that the situation that we're going through, that situation may seem like the worst at the moment, and it may seem like it is never ending and there is nothing that could possibly make that situation better or take it away. However, we must realize that that situation will not last forever. That situation will not be your situation for the rest of your life. That situation will come to a cease. I feel that the way that you go about getting over these situations definitely play a role in the outcomes of them. I feel that putting the situation in God and going through God to get over the situation, the outcome will most likely be much better rather than you going a different route and you're taking a route of negativity or just bad things to get over the situation. But along with that, I also do think of the thought that sometimes the struggle is worth it. sometimes, yeah, it may be hard and it may be long, but I feel like if you really look to God and you have faith in him and you really trust his process and you trust that he can give you what you need, then you will be okay. I feel that you would truly, honestly be okay. Once the outcome does come, you will realize that it was all worth it at the end. So, yeah. So I do recommend that if you are the type of person to feel as if God is not real or he is not working at your pace or whatever the case may be, try and look in the Bible and try to look and read the scriptures and to see if you can find any other answers or a fast answer or maybe, anything. In conclusion, we must realize that no matter how big or small the situation is, no matter how advanced or basic the question is, or whatever the case may be, God will always be the answer. He will lead you down the correct path and he can provide you with the correct remedies and the correct answers. However, we must be willing to give it all to God and trust that he will come through. At times, I know it's hard to believe that he will be there for you. Maybe you feel that the situation has gotten too bad or too deep. Maybe you feel that he is not listening. Or maybe you just feel that he is not coming fast enough. However, we must remember to have faith in God. The lack of faith can sometimes cloud the judgment of the true potential of God and the lengths that he can and will take for us. Due to that, we try to find answers and healing in places, people, and objects that cannot simply give you what you are looking for. Sometimes the guidance and help that you need are way above and beyond what the earth can offer you, what this earth can offer you. God is what is beyond, and he is the answer to any and everything. So I hope you guys took something out of this speech. I hope you guys have come to the realization that God is sometimes the only person that can give you what you need. And that God is the best way to go. And not only do I hope you guys come to the realization to just give him your problems, and once he fixes it, thanks God, it is what it is. No, I hope you guys have come to the realization that, okay, I see that God does come through. He does serve what he says. And he does it effectively. And from that, I hope you are inspired to build a relationship with God, build a bond, build a connection, build an understanding, a learning, and everything with God, because God is truly the only way and he is the correct way. So thank you guys to all of those who have listened to my speech. I hope you guys liked it, and bye.